applying for. So, Aaron, I would like you to introduce yourself and then you can tell us what you do and how you can support us. What are the pathways that we have, especially for Canada? And if there are things that we need to know about, you can actually let us know. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Morning. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just listening to their presentation. She's talking. She's talking. So I really don't know how to come in here. So, but
Sorry,
I
who is
believe.
this? Who is Tony? Can you mute yourself, please? Can you mute yourself, please?
Sorry, my connection went, so I had to move
Uh,
to
all
from.
right, thank you. Thank you so much. If you have questions, please send your questions on the chat columns. There'll be time for questions and answer. We know we're just going to be here for not very long time because yeah. So Aaron, yeah, sorry, your line went off. I don't know what happened. So the floor is yours. You can tell us about all this, the pathways to Canada and
So,
other
so my
places
name
that
is
you.
Aaron. I work for a company called Global Migrate. We've been working in the field of immigration for 16 to 17 years now. We're based in Canary Wharf in London, and we have migrated a lot of people over to different countries. As you can see, these are all the flags of the offices that we currently have around the world. Um, so we've got Australia, China, Qatar, Great Britain, Dubai, South Africa, and Canada. So we've got offices around the world that specialize in migrating people over to different areas of the world, whether this be through work-based applications, it be through permanent residency application, tourist visas, and so on and so forth. So if you were looking for a specific reason for moving or just wanted to move over to go for a visit, I mean, we're very capable of handling your inquiries and your requirements. Now, in regards to Canada, they do offer a lot of different programs available. With Canada, there is work-based programs which which allow you to basically go over there on the basis of employment. And what we normally do is we'll assist you in finding that employment within the country. We will basically we'll get your CV, we'll format your CV for you, and then basically get it to the Canadian standards. From that point forward, what we'll do is we will then basically get you booked in for interviews with employers within Canada, who would then interview you on the basis that you're going over there on a sponsorship program. Now, sponsorship program for the people that don't know would be like, they would sponsor you to be within the company, within the country, but you will be attached to the company for a period of time while you're working there. But these sponsorship programs do offer you the capability of actually getting permanent residency over there after a specific amount of years working there under the company. Now, once you get your permanent residency within the country, you're no longer attached to the company as such, because you wouldn't require sponsorship to remain within the country, as you'll be a permanent resident. So there's, I mean, it is the longer route to becoming a permanent resident, because you would have to work with the company for a specific amount of years before you can actually qualify for it. But Canada puts that in place just to see your worth and to see whether you're a hardworking person and whether you're worth giving the opportunity to become a permanent resident. Now, for federal skilled migrant workers, they get their permanent residency straight away, because it works on an occupational shortage list as well as a points-based system. So you would have to meet a certain points requirement in order to qualify, and then you would also have to have valid experience within your background history, work occupational history that sits on the same criteria as the occupational shortage list that Canada puts out each year. Now, if you were to meet both categories, they would deem you as a valuable person to the economy, because they're trying to grow the economy out there, and they would basically be happy to invite you over to Canada on the basis that you get your permanent residency straight away, and you also get healthcare benefits attached to that, as well as the capability of applying for citizenship after 3 years within the country. So you can actually become a Canadian citizen, and if the country that you're from allows you, you can then hold dual citizenship with your home country as well as Canada, and obtain the Canadian passport. So that's just one of many applications that are available. I mean, there are other applications that are job based, that do guarantee you employment, but these are quite costly applications, because obviously we come to contract agreements where we would screen the employees for the employees for the employer. And if we deem them acceptable, then they basically walk into the job. There wouldn't be an interview process, but they come out quite a higher cost because they guarantee you a job. So if anybody is interested in knowing more details about them type of applications, just put it in the group chat like Olakita said, and what we will do is we'll get back to you individually and we'll discuss it in a lot more detail, and the requirements that surround it. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. That was very interesting. So obviously, as explained, it did everything in a very clear explanation that we have all these pathways. There are lots of them, but what the advice that he has given is that this pathway, the one that he clearly spoke about, is kind of the cheapest, the quickest in a way, not the quickest, I would say, will help you in terms of the CV, making sure everything meets criteria. There'll be support for you. There'll be so much for you so that you can get to where you are going to, which is Canada. And also, one good thing about this pathway is that you can come with your family as well. You can as well bring your family members. You can go there. Some people do go there and then they work there, do all the work to bring their family. Some people prefer to go with their family. So it all depends on what you would like to do. But all in a nutshell is that we will support you through the process. And the good thing, a very interesting part of this is that it's not a situation where you are going to work in a place where you don't want to, or a job role that you don't like to. Like, for example, some people that are doctors or some people that are solicitors or accountants, they are doing another job that they really don't want to do. So what this pathway does is that you are included in the process. So you make choices as well. What you want counts. So you can decide and say, well, I'm good at this job. I'm a tailor. I can sew very well. I'm a fashion designer. Then we can now tailor that area and say, okay, you are a fashion designer. We're going to look for those type of jobs. What are the things that you like? What do you enjoy doing? Because your passion also matters in the job that you do. So we will help in that regards, those jobs that you feel that are very important to you. So you have more say about the job actually, and then we will support you with that. So that's what it's about. And I employ people to really grab this pathway and follow it through. And then be in Canada, like he said, when in a very short period, not too long, but the process takes time. So it also determines the process will work along with you, like I said. So the more you put more effort and how you process you have information about the job role that you are going to do when the interview process comes up, you are there, you kind of take control and you know what you're talking about. For example, I am a nurse. If I go for interview as a nurse, I know what to say immediately because it's my profession. I walk around that area. So if you walk around such area, it will benefit you more for the interview, because then you get to know the employer, then the employer gets to know you also. So it's a give and take situation. Yeah. So that is basically for that. Um, I think we're supposed to have another guest. I don't know if he's here. If he's here, we're supposed to have another guest, but that wanted to talk about. He's supposed to talk about the Portugal and Spain. So, but if it's not here, I'll talk about it a bit. So we have this other countries as well, like Canada. So we've talked about that. So we have this that is Portugal is very is a work visa, actually, is a work visa, and is within you get your visa within 12 weeks. Is very, very is going on now, and the faster you get in touch with us, the better. You will get your visa, work permit. Is actually a work permit. So when you get to Portugal, you have the option of what kind of job you are going to uh, embark on. It's up to you to choose the job that you want to work. So some people want use it to, they can go there and decide and say, okay, I have my work permit. I want to work here. Is a year work permit. They can decide and say, I want to move to another European country to work. So it all depends on how what you want. And also the Spanish pathway is also there. So it's a study pathway where you are going to study Spanish, but it's just for a period of 8 months or thereabout. And from there, you can decide to stay if you want to stay, or you want to go to another European country, or you want to go back to Africa or Asia, anywhere you want to go. So that is another pathway that we have. So we do have a lot going on for now. So if you are interested and you feel like, yes, you want us to support you, we are ready to do that. So any questions? Is there any questions? I don't see any questions. So it seems like every is clear. It's just no question. So you don't have any question for Aaron. So if you don't have question for him, I would say we are pretty much okay. So there's a question there. Say, please, how do I get the details? Please, details of what? You need to be specific. I don't know. When you say, how do I get the details? Which details? Is it about the travel, the different pathways? So you can send us, you can Can you put my phone number on? Put the phone number on the WhatsApp number. You can put the WhatsApp number and the email address. Can that be put there so that people can have access to our email address, and you can, I don't know if Tony is there, so info Morocco.
Yes, I am here, ma'am.
Okay, can you put the information there so that people can know how to contact us? Because you can put the telephone number and the WhatsApp so that it's easier for them. So my WhatsApp number is so, or you can send an email. You can actually send an email so that so you can send a message on our WhatsApp. We'll send you all the information that you need. Thank you. And you can also send you can also send a message, an email to the email address is there, is info Morocco. Can you put the email address on the YouTube as well? Put the email address so that people they'll be able to get that. So you can. So that's it for us. Anything else? Any other question? Any other question? If you have any other question, please do not hesitate, because we're about to close. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. I think the other guest, I did not see him now. Probably he might, I don't know what happened, but obviously we'll have um, more of our meetings, our webinar. We'll have more coming up where we have more questions. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, I wanted to find out an information. If somebody's coming from Nigeria, uh, is it still possible under the COS issue? And what are the modalities of documentation, payment, etc., etc.?
Okay. Is it for one person or for family? So,
Uh, it might necessarily be for a for a family. So maybe the wife presently, I think, does an auxiliary nurse
mhm.
in Nigeria. So basically, I think she might be like almost about 80% having that aspect of care. So
Mhm.
she might be willing to come and obviously like to bring, I think she's got a daughter and a husband. So what's the modalities and what's the payment like, and does the system still allow it? And how do we contact? I think I saw the leaflet on this Zoom. It's a Moricam.
Okay. So what we can do for you is, if you contact us on info Morocco, the
So that
email
one
or
second.
the WhatsApp number that is stated there. If you contact us, we'll give you
You said
in- info
info.morico.
Morocco, yes. Or
Not
just
one.
take the WhatsApp number will be better for you. The
Okay.
WhatsApp is on the chat. If you look at the chat column, you see the WhatsApp number, +44, and you will see the number there. I think it's better, yeah, if you contact us on WhatsApp, then we'll be able to give you, there are different criteria and different ways to go about it. So we'll give you the options then you can then they can make up their minds on which one they want to follow. Yeah.
Okay, and
Because there are many rules that have changed. Just a few weeks ago,
okay,
something's changed, but there are ways, we have, I mean, Aaron is looking at you, so it's going to, all this will be sorted. When you send us a message, we'll be able to follow up because everybody have different situations, and we'll look into the person's situation, the family situation also. Then we advise the best one that will be used for the person or the family. Yeah.
okay, and if the whole process, God forbid, doesn't go through, and payment has been made, maybe partial payment or full payment has been made, is there any modality for a refund, or how does it work?
Okay.
Because
The
they're
the
going to
the
likely be
the, the
selling
thing,
most of their stuff. So how does
yeah.
it work?
Yeah, the thing there is that most people, especially from, there are policies with companies, every company has their policies and they have the way they operate. It's a good question that you asked, and that is one of the questions I think everyone should be asking. Want to know what you are doing, then there'll be that better understanding. I mean, if the problem is coming from us, as and we cannot give you what if, for example, we're not giving you what is supposed to be given or what we're supposed to do, then it is our fault. But if the fault is from you, and we give you a time frame, I will tell you a lot of this is what needs to be done, and you don't meet up, then you need to understand that it is we are working as a company. These are companies. People are there are policies and procedures with the company. Yeah. So there are some routes that when after doing it, some people. I mean, I did the study Canada's study route for them, and the admission acceptance came up, and they don't want to, they didn't go through with it anymore. After the admission, I've done all my work, and the admission came out. You see? So it's all about, um, you know, the who is responsible for what. You see, when we finish our work, and like we've done it, we've given you, you got the what you're supposed to get, and then all of a sudden you are unable to pay the balance, or you are unable to go through with it. So that's a question to ask the person. So there
Okay,
must be, each person must have their responsibility. So our own is to make sure that we deliver the job for you, making sure that you have, if it's a study route, you make sure you get your admission for the school as initially planned. And if it's a work visa, making sure that you get the work visa. So
okay,
that's basically,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
In the case of go into this process, and do you have like a company's terms and condition signed and
Yes.
sent to the applicant for the
Yes. If
applicant to read and understand what he or she is going through? And
absolutely. Mm.
on that document, do you have like any paragraph to say when this whole process is now duly completed, due to the company's inability to complete or due to the applicant inability to accept what was approved? Is there any paragraph on your terms and condition
There
that
is.
payment might be
There is.
refunded and administrative charge will be deducted, and the final payment will be remitted back to you? Is there any, do you have those documentation that you sent
There,
to
there, there are
us in Africa?
documents. There are
Because
documents
my
if you it.
Yeah,
If you
because
need it,
sorry,
we'll get you.
because my sister, I just advise her because I'm based here in the United Kingdom. So I just
Mhm.
advise her whatever she need to do, she'll get a Nigerian lawyer
Documentation.
that
Thank you
will package
thank
everything
you. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
and send all those things to you so that the legal team in Nigeria can go through your terms and conditions. If it's what you want to go for, you go for it. If you don't want to go for it, you go for it. Because I've known so many companies in the UK who is into COS and they are kind of so fraudulent and doing so many things that is no that the government is not aware of,
You are
thereby
right.
bringing a lot of people to what vulnerable people into this country. Some of them are stranded. Some of them feel suicidal. Or why did I come in? This is not what I was given. So in
Mhm.
your own case is not like that. Because
Well,
if she's involved, and I might get myself involved as well, because I'm the main person trying to establish this link.
okay.
So I
I
might,
think all this discussion, when you make the call on the WhatsApp, because this is a webinar, this is not a all what we answer here are questions on the chat column.
okay,
We don't answer is a
on the Zoom
webinar.
meeting.
It's not
Okay,
a
okay,
question and answer
okay,
thing. Yeah. So
okay,
if you have any question, you can put it on the chat, and then if we can't answer it, you can contact us through the WhatsApp or through send us an email. Then we'll have meeting and we'll look at all your uh, the gray areas you are looking at. You are very correct what you're saying. There are many fraudulent and many companies, or rather many people. I think most of the problem is people are not taking it under their company. They are taking it as individuals. They're taking it as individuals that are not legal to do the recruitment. You know, there are different types of recruitment, and there are people are, they are under the law to do it. There are companies that are trained and they are authorized to do all that. But I think when people take the role of recruiters and they are not um, they are not legally recruiters, then you have problems like that. And some people people go around and they fall into trap, for example, when someone, people come on and you tell them, look, it's going to take you 6 months to 8 months, or 6 months to 9 months to process this. They kind of say, oh, that's too far. But you're telling them the way it should be. But instead of that, they will rather go to some, I don't know, go to other uh, channels, and then they'll get a very good rapport with the people, saying that they can do it within a month, within 2 months, which is not achievable. Yeah. So there are many reasons for that. Some people they go into it and just to fraud people. I know there are a lot of people, a lot of situations like that, but you need to be careful with people like that. What you do is you need to, when a company is saying I'm doing something like that, and you are able to know the company, I would say that is credible, because then you know where you are going, you know the people that you are dealing with, the people are open about it, even if it takes time, but you are sure of getting what you want, and they give you that enough room to kind of make any correction that you need, and then they process it for you. So I think that is what we stand for, because we stand for uh, fairness, we stand for openness, and also we have so much honesty. Yeah. So that's basically, if you have other questions. So we need to go now. Thank you very much. And I think we'll have another webinar coming in any other area. Yeah. We'll have it because we have a lot coming up. Thank you for coming.
thank
I
you,
wish you all I wish you all a very good day. Bye, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.